Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to go live on Instagram too. Bear with me for a second.
Does the Instagram live go out through the same platform?
Yeah. But it's like a bit more it's a bit more like manual.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, give us a second. Public next. Maybe I can't figure this out today. Maybe this is for another day. Let's see. I'm going to try it one more time. Let me actually look on Instagram and see. It says that we're live. If you guys are watching us from Instagram, let us know. No, I don't actually see us live on Instagram. Okay, I'm going to figure this out another day, I think.
Okay. I don't think I see it either.
Review on Instagram. Okay. Anyway, so it's just the same old, guys. We're just trying to figure out tech. Welcome. If you're watching for the first time, this is Mogul Moves Weekly. This is episode 27. My name's Luigi. We cover everything from industry power plays to the box office buzz. And this is Josh, my co-host. Say hi, Josh.
Hello.
Hello, not Instagram people.
Sorry.
All right, let's go for it. This weekend, we have a few new releases and some movies expanding. Let's talk about projections this weekend.
Yeah, even including the holdovers, apparently it's looking like number one is going to be I Can Only Imagine 2, which I think you and I found out about both 1 and 2 this week.
Yeah.
It's faith-based. Its only real competition in terms of numbers for new releases this weekend would be How to Make a Killing, which I actually don't even... I've only seen numbers in like the 1 to 2 million range, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought that it would be higher with Glenn Powell and A24.
Yeah, seriously.
But it's quite small. I mean, maybe the budget on it was pretty tight and they just didn't really need to market it that much. So I'm curious about that one. Psycho Killer, I think similarly should probably be under 1 million, probably like 500 to 1 million, somewhere in that range. So really it's I Can Only Imagine 2 up against the holdovers. Goat, it's looking like we'll probably hold over the best.
Wait,
Something
sorry,
like...
I just did it. I did it.
We're live?
Yeah.
Nice. Hello. Hi, Instagram.
Hi. Sorry.
Yeah, I Can Only Imagine to 17.3 million projected for the weekend. Goat at 15.8. Wuthering Heights 11.8. Crime 101 8 million. So mostly holdovers in the top 5.
Yeah. I'm excited for Kokuho to come out and expand a little more. I've just been seeing a lot of buzz for that movie, I feel like. And
do we know anyone who saw that? I feel like Stacy did.
Yeah, Stacy said he saw it and loved it. He said it was amazing.
Yeah, I've kind of been seeing it circling, but
yeah, the trailer even is just like incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited for that. Let's talk about our top buys, earners, and sells on Mogul this week. A little bit of movement. Looks like Scream 7 top buy.
Yeah, a few new ones in the buys. Scream 7 coming out next weekend. Yeah, that's right. So people scooping that up. Mario Galaxy continues to kind of be the big buy trend over the last month and a half. And then The Mummy sneaking into the top 3. I know there's been some more announcements about that. Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz coming back. So there's been some Mummy buzz. People are picking up on that. Top earner this weekend, I believe, was Goat by a long shot.
Yeah.
Biggest overperformer there. Send Help continues to hold over well. I think we noted that it was only down like 2 to 4%, something like that from last weekend. So Send Help is doing well and will be in the mix again this weekend in the top 5. And Wuthering Heights, sort of the obvious top performer, but not as good as Goat.
I know, right? I mean, top Goat, I think just because it's like it was such a sleeper hit, people were like not expecting a ton out of it. Whereas like Wuthering Heights, I feel like there was a bit of marketing fatigue. But it looks like Wired Songbird bought tickets on Instagram for Psycho Killer tonight.
Nice.
Sick.
Yeah, I don't know much about that one. Yeah, I'm curious about that one. Did you see much marketing for Goat? That was the other thing that kind of like crept up on me in that sense too.
Not really at all. I mean, I saw, obviously I look at all of the marketing assets for each movie, and I feel like Goat had a ton like early on, and like there was videos of Steph Curry, etc. So I think it's just like perfect placement for an animated film right after Zootopia, the craze of Zootopia. And Goat is just like taking up that space now because it's like there's nothing else out that's animated that people want to see.
Yeah, it's kind of something to keep an eye on, like just like what is the biggest kind of all audiences animated release at any time, and potentially sort of always a buy opportunity for the game.
Yeah. And as a huge fan of Space Jam, which was also kind of a basketball-esque movie that was animated, I feel like it's like kind of giving that energy a little bit.
Not the LeBron James Space Jam.
Oh my God, no. Michael Jordan, OG.
Yeah, of course. Top sells, Avatar. I don't think Avatar's been in the top 3 yet, so also makes sense. I think showtimes for that are kind of starting to dwindle through replacement, and then Anaconda and Is This Thing on some kind of late December, early January picks getting shuffled out.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's time to drop some of those guys if you haven't yet on Mogul. And if you guys are joining us for the first time, I know there's lots of Instagram folks on here, but we talk about Mogul, the game that we launched back in, October now. And this is really just like a recap show for that. But we also do a lot of other things on here, covering pretty much everything in the movie industry. So feel free to join in the conversation. It looks like people are saying on Instagram, Goat was good, just needed more roar ball. Roar ball was their basketball. Okay, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And then Wired Songbird also says she's seen a ton of marketing for Goat on TikTok. And I'm like chronically on TikTok. I don't see it. So maybe you're just in the right algo.
Yeah, outside of your algo.
Yeah, exactly. All right, moving on. Let's do it. I like this. There's a lot of people watching on Instagram. I feel like it's fun.
Nice.
And interacting. All right, We got some trailer hype coming up. So this is a segment where we go through the new trailers that came out this week, or at least 3 that we're really excited about. We watch about a minute of it. I'll let you guys know what it's about. The first one is a trailer for Lee Cronin's The Mummy. It literally just released, I think, either yesterday or the day before. Just a quick description. This is the synopsis. When a long-buried ancient evil is unleashed once more, a group of strangers finds themselves trapped in a nightmare rooted in a cursed history and supernatural vengeance. This bold new take on The Mummy leans into visceral horror, while reimagining the legendary monster for a new generation. So this is not Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. This is a new one that looks scarier to me. Directed by Lee Cronin, Jack Raynor, Leia Costa, and Mai Calamaway, Veronica Falcone, and May Eggledy are starring in it. So
I think I was mixing up the 2 mummies.
No, I know. When you said that, I actually had like the old Mummy on there, and I was like, wait a minute, wrong Mummy.
I thought it was sooner. Brendan Fraser Mummy theatrical release 2028. So
that's a
definitely
different
this Mummy.
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect.
All right, that's the first minute of this trailer. Shall we?
Can I get 2 slices of pizza?
No.
Of course, honey.
No, you never ever finish 2.
Hello?
Mr. and Mrs. Cannon, I'm Deputy Chief at the U.S. Embassy. Your daughter Katie has been found. She's alive.
It's very important you fully prepare yourself for what you're about to see. No sudden moves. No loud noises.
Hey, Butterfly. It's Mom and Dad.
Yeah, we are here.
Oh my god.
Have you ever suffered the injustice of being a person of color?
Oh wait, sorry. Pause.
Pause.
Not the same movie. Imagine they're also tackling racial stereotypes.
Covering it all. I think you had the same realization I did while watching that.
Yeah, right. I think like it looks really scary, and like, is it by the people that did Weapons? Because then I'm in. I don't watch scary movies, but like I loved Weapons.
Yeah, me too.
Is that what you were thinking too?
I was thinking Weapons. Also, do you remember what this actor is from?
No.
How do you feel about Midsummer?
Oh, I loved Midsommar. That was such
He's
a good...
he's the toxic boyfriend.
Oh.
I don't think I've seen him in anything else since then. I was thinking about him recently when I was rewatching that. Like, I've never seen that guy anywhere else.
Okay, because Florence Pugh, obviously huge breakout role for her, and she like literally skyrocketed after that, I feel like. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't think I've seen him in anything or heard of it. I don't even really know his name. What's his name?
I'm not sure. The jester
Jack
character.
Rayner, looks like. Yeah.
He's been in a few things since then, but yeah, I haven't seen this guy anywhere.
Sick. Well, I'm excited.
Yeah, this looks good. Blumhouse always like, they don't always do like great horror, but I feel like they always do fun horror, and sometimes it's both.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, we are here.
Have you ever had color?
I need to figure out how to pause these things. Sorry. Give me a second. There we go. All right. The next one is a movie called Slanted, which comes out on March 13th. Have you heard anything about this yet? No?
No, nothing.
Well, here's the description. When a Chinese-American teenager undergoes an experimental procedure to transform her appearance and chase popularity, she quickly discovers that reinventing yourself comes at a dangerous cost. Slanted is a bold satirical body horror that skewers beauty standards, identity, and assimilation in modern America. Directed by Amy Wong, starring Shirley Chen, McKenna Grace, Amelie Zilber, and Fang Du. Let's go.
Color in this world. Have you ever had someone tell you how impressed they are, how well you speak English without an accent?
你为什么老是化这么浓的妆啊？
Speak English, Mom?
Or are you just tired of the way white folks look at you? If you can't beat them, be them.
Hi, my loves. I have some sad news. I'm not going to run for prom queen.
Ugh, gag.
You think Olivia's racist and stupid, so help me beat her for prom queen. I have a whole plan. Vote for me. Vote for me.
你的头发怎么啦？本来的黑头发不是很好看吗？
All right. Well, I've been seeing online a lot of people saying this is if Mean Girls and The Substance had a baby. This is not a spoiler alert because it's in the trailer, but like the spoiler is she goes somewhere and they turn her into a white girl.
I mean, Mean Girls plus Substance sounds like a pretty good duo, a good mashup. So
yeah, I'm not mad at that. You know,
Bleecker also always putting out cool movies.
Yeah, I feel like they've done some really great stuff recently. Anywho, all right, let's move on to the next one. This next one's called Pressure. It is. Let me see. Give me a second. Here's the synopsis.
Yeah. This one is Brendan Fraser.
Yes, I was just going to say that. This one's set during the tense days leading up to D-Day invasion. pressure follows a group of allied meteorologists racing against time to predict the weather that will determine the fate of thousands. As uncertainty mounts and the stakes become catastrophic, science, instinct, and leadership collide in a gripping historical drama. This is in theaters May 29th, directed by Anthony Maris, Andrew Scott, Brendan Fraser, Carrie Condon, Chris Messina, Damian Lewis. Stacked cast.
Yeah.
I'm into that. All right, let's watch.
Call General Eisenhower.
Tiger was a training op, dress rehearsal for D-Day. They walked right into it. One mistake. Just that one mistake.
Ike, you have to stop doing this to yourself. What's done is done.
Group Captain Dr. James Stagg, here at the express request of General Eisenhower.
Do we have a date yet for the invasion zone?
D-Day is in 61 hours from now. This is the largest seaborne invasion in history. Fate of the war, thousands of lives hinge on this. I need a forecast.
Okay, so it is a story about weather people.
Calling in the meteorologists.
I mean, it sounds like it's just like a story that's not been told and maybe is partly true.
I would guess it is. Yeah, Brendan Fraser playing Dwight D. Eisenhower is very interesting.
Okay, I'm into it.
I don't know this director. Yeah, I don't know this director from his last movie was Hotel Mumbai, which was in 2018. So hasn't done much in the last little while. Brendan Fraser, obviously, I feel like still kind of in the midst of his comeback. His movie from last year I thought was really good. I can't remember the name, but very sweet and sentimental. So should be interesting.
Yeah, that one that was like it was Japanese or set in Japan.
Something family. He fills
in
rental
family.
Yep.
Yep. That was a good one.
Great minds.
Yeah. All right. We're excited for those three. If there's any ones that you want us to cover, we'll be back on next week on Thursday to talk about trailers. If you haven't yet, head to mogulgame.moviepass.com. We'll soon be playing with real money, but right now it's free to play. And you can register and get your handle and start playing today. So check it out.
Yep. Nice to have you with us. Instagram. Join us next Monday.
See ya.